Hey, Gallows.
Huh?
Yeah, it's me, Mr. Pig. I've been watching you, and I gotta say, you look mighty fine. Now, I don't mean to seem a little forward in saying this, but I could be the pork to your tenderloin. We could roll around in the mud together. Now, what do you have to say to that?
Well,
No. I hate to cut you off short, princess, but let me show you what I can do. Ah!
I just wasn't ready. The shipping community, they're a little bit odd at times. I don't think there's anything wrong with shipping characters that seem to have, something to do with each other. Like maybe you really want them to get together and they seem like they could be good together. It would be cool. It can all be in harmless fun. But it's when you take specific characters that are siblings that it gets a little bit weird. When you take specific characters that is a adult and a child, that it gets a little bit weird. And I want to look at the most disturbing and darkest ships in the internet history, or at least just tackle the surface of it with some weird things that I could find here or there. So I'm going to be giving you my blind reaction to my first experience with the majority of these ships that I find in this video. And yeah, let's just try and have a little fun looking at a dark side of the internet. If you like content just like this, like, subscribe, you know the drill. Let's get into it. So I decided to start this off, this whole journey that I'm going to be going on, with something that sounded a little bit more tame, but is still pretty weird, and that is Spongebob and Squidward, also known as the illustrious name Squidbob. Now, I don't know a lot of people in my life, in my heyday, that were watching SpongeBob and were just going,
"Oh, Squidward, you should get together with SpongeBob. Oh, it would be perfect. Look at all of SpongeBob's holes.
You know how many of Squidward's tentacles gonna get in there? Ooh-wee!
because they have no reason to be compatible in any sense. I genuinely think that the majority of shippers get like a big rock-hard stiffy if they see two characters that hate each other. They're like,
Oh, they hate each other? That means they must have a deep, dark, and conceited desire to smooch one another. I just know it.
because I think the main issue with SpongeBob and Squidward is definitely maturity level. It almost feels like SpongeBob is a kid, even though he's not, which kind of makes it a little bit weird. Like, in this situation, SpongeBob is a girl fresh out of high school, and who else but Leonardo DiCaprio is like coming over like,
Do you need someone to hug you? Do you know I have money?
Like that's just what I imagine. But I decided to look into this one a little bit, and I decided to go to YouTube first because I feel like the shipping community would have a ball on there. And this was one of the first things that I stumbled upon. I can't play a lot of it because of the music, but first off, they're Japanese.
SpongeBob!
Like, I just think that makes it a little bit more funny.
SpongeBob! You know I hate you, right, SpongeBob?
Blushes.
I don't understand the feelings inside of me.
Like, it's a little bit odd. But then Squidward says, you know I hate you, right? And SpongeBob, his reaction is to laugh a little bit, a little bit of a laugh fest. And then he looks at him longingly, pulls him in.
Yes, I do.
And he just stares at him longingly, which causes Squidward to, freak out in good old Squiddy fashion. But instead of getting angry, you see him begin to blush a little bit as he says, "Oh," It's just a little bit odd, the things that they decide to do. But this was a pretty tame one. I then found this: SpongeBob x Squidward Stupid Love. Now, I would like to preface that the beginning of this, again, I'm not going to play it because of the music that's involved. It's literally an episode where fucking SpongeBob is invading Squidward's home and being nothing but a nuisance, like just barging on in. There's no romantical desires here. It's not SpongeBob being like,
Oh, Squiddy. God, you look so good in your nightgown.
it's Squidward just being tortured and violated as he just keeps on trying to sleep like,
Oh, what a miserable day. At least nobody's gonna break into my home and try to violate me.
and then he does. And then they use this as a little bit of substance for why they should be together. Like this sequence where SpongeBob is crawling into bed with him here, the next shot is Squidward opening his eyes in fear and disgust. He does not like it one bit. Okay, and then they show just a couple instances of them like just getting together. Oh, well, didn't want to spoil that one. Didn't mean to thrust you into that. That's for sure. So, and then they show this, which is literally like a scene in which Squidward is disgusted. He's disgusted by SpongeBob in a dress. He doesn't like that one bit. SpongeBob.
God, you'll never pull it off, SpongeBob. You don't look beautiful at all.
He's outright disgusted that SpongeBob even remotely wants to touch him. And then within 10 seconds, it's justified to get to here. Them hugging, getting a little freaky. I don't know why they made Squidward look like this, and SpongeBob is blushing in such a odd way. We have SpongeBob drawing this that says best friends, by the way. Platonic, I'm all for it.
Do you like it, Squidward?
Yeah, and it just seems longingly right now. And then we get some human drawings where, you know, I don't like SpongeBob or Squidward drawn as humans, by the way. Just something about it kind of rubs me the wrong way. I can't really explain it, but just there's something about it that I don't like. And then you just have it getting progressively more and more romantical until we get the big moment. This would have audiences around the world, if this happened in the show, just standing up and clapping like, woo! Yeah, SpongeBob acts like a kid and Squidward the majority of the time acts like a 45-year-old man, but woo!
Oh, SpongeBob, I've always wanted to feel your spongy lips on me.
Like, oh man. It's just so interesting. They show more scenes to try to justify, then we get some more blush and hugs. Ooh-wee. What's going on here? Oh! Marriage! Yes! Now, before we go on to the next ship we're going to be discussing, I feel like I should at least discuss one fan fiction that I found. And wow, it just melted my heart in every conceivable way. I absolutely loved it. He looks straightly into his eyes. Squidward, who is getting closer to SpongeBob's face, could feel his warm skin. He's starting to blush, same as Squidward.
It's because that I was an idiot. I kissed you on purpose. And you're gonna ask someone out today to be their Valentine.
SpongeBob can feel his heartbeat racing. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum.
Look, I'm sorry.
Squidward starts to back his head away.
Why won't you understand? SpongeBob frowned.
Squidward felt confused.
Understand what?
That I wanted to ask you out, Squidward.
That I wanted to ask you out. Squidward with his eyes wide.
I want to feel what I want you to feel what I feel, Squiddy.
SpongeBob didn't want to let go of Squidward. He put both of his arms around his neck and pulled him in for a kiss. Woo! Squidward was just stunned. He was kissing his lips. He closed his eyes, and he felt delightful about it. Everything is flowing. I just had to share that beautiful piece of media with you. There is genuinely nothing else that has ever been betterly written. That was absolutely incredible. Again, it just feels weird to me. Growing up my entire life watching SpongeBob and Squidward, I could never view them in this way. I just wonder how people watch something like SpongeBob and like have desires for the characters to get together. Like, it's not like I'm watching SpongeBob go around blowing bubbles and doing karate and being all like, "Gee whiz, I really want SpongeBob to pound sandy cheeks." Like, that's just not what I'm into, but to each their own. This isn't even remotely as bad as what else I'm going to be discussing, so, you know, if you keep doing this one, keep doing it, but just think about the maturity level, you know, just a little bit odd. Now, I'm going to be kind of brief with this one because it's not really that bad compared to a lot of other ones that I'm going to be discussing. It's just kind of weird seeing two guys that since I was 6 years old be the definition of bros. Like, yeah, I want a friendship with all my friends to be just like that, just homies playing video games, kicking it, not smooching each other. I mean, if you're smooching your homies, your homeboys, good on ya, but it was just never something that I foresaw for myself, especially coming from Mordecai and Rigby, also known as Morby, Ridicai, you know, a great combination, combining Mordecai and Rigby into a blossoming, sexual, passionate relationship. Now, the main comic that I could find for this one that caught my eye was this one about cookies, and it starts off with, "Rigby, bro, did you eat all the cookies?" "Of course not. See, I saved you one." "Don't you want it?" as they just blush and look at each other longingly. And then Mordecai goes with a passionate smooch to take that cookie. Rigby, a gasp, he can't believe it. Thanks, dude. Oh, as he walks away, and now they have a new blossoming relationship. And again, this one really isn't that bad compared to a lot of the other stuff. It's not even inherently that weird. They're both consenting of-age adults. They could do whatever they please, but I don't know. Just always the definition of, like, bros, like, broing it up. I guess bros should just be kissing and smooching. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Oh, I don't know. This one's just weird to me. But, oh well, it's not that bad. Yep, we're going to be discussing Finn and Marceline now. Now, if you're a fan of Adventure Time, you probably know that Marceline is over 1,000 years old, and during the entirety of Adventure Time, Finn is from the ages of 12 all the way up to 17. He is never once ripe and mature enough for this to even be a consideration, but here we are. There are some hunchback people who will hide in the depths of corners being all like,
I need them to be in love. It's a goth woman and a young boy with blonde hair. Do you know the art I can make of that? Do you know what I can do with that? I need them to be together.
like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? And I went on YouTube thinking, oh, there can't be anything of Finn and Marceline. You're just basically outing yourself to be perfectly fine with pedophilic nature stuff. But no, there is. There's a video I found with 88,000 views, 647 likes. What are we doing? It says I'm in love with a killer, Finn and Marceline. Now, initially, it's just like tributing stuff. Like, look, it's Marceline. Cool art, yes. Look, it's Finn the human. Cool art, yes. Oh, so much cool. What are we doing here? This is not, you didn't age up the character, and this was made 13 years ago when Adventure Time was 2013. It's season 2 or season 3. He is still very much a child, and Marceline is still very much an adult. What are we doing with this? Like, this isn't a tribute, this is just freaky. You're only mine, as this adult woman is preying and grooming on a young boy. Yeah, dude, play us a tasty lick. Let me lick you. Like, what are we doing? This is so weird that this is something that people were drawing and desiring. Like, even look at this. Like, Marceline with a cherry with Finn in the background. Like, this is a young boy we're talking about. I don't know how many times I need to say it, but it's just inherently so weird. Like, you can't... Wait, where'd that picture go? No, look at this. Look at this. So what if you gave them both those cute anime eyes? This is a adult woman that you specifically drew Finn to look like a child. He looks like a young boy that would walk into school like, here's your apple, Peach. Here you go. Oh, I'm so excited to start 3rd grade. Like, that's what he looks like here. You're shipping them together. It's just so odd. These weird desires to put characters like this together when you don't consider anything. And, like, I know the people making this has to be knowledgeable enough to know that it's wrong, but they just don't care. Whoa. What is this? Is he suckling on her throat there? This is weird, and this is, like, pretty crazy, too. Like, what are we doing? Okay? And then, if you go into the comments of this, the comments is where it really starts to get a little bit spicy here, with them saying, I'm paying my respect and tribute to these videos. I'm just taking a look at these old Finn Celine videos, and if there are still fans of this, I know it will never happen now. Seeing this tells me you respected the ship many years ago when the ship was still hot and popular and something everyone wanted to happen. Who's everyone? Who were you talking with? How did these conversations go? Oh yeah, man, I really want that 12-year-old boy to get with that 1,000-year-old woman. Please give it to me. Please give it to me. Guys, I just had a huge thought that Finn is actually, or technically, I don't know, older than anyone on Earth, because Finn was the Catalyst Comet thing, and it started since the universe, so put the details together. So, this person right here is theoretically saying that if reincarnation was 100% proven, and technically you existed a long time ago, you can go and get down and dirty with a child. Because they're technically older, right? That's literally what they're saying. Is that not freaking anybody else? It's freaking me out. It's making me feel, oh, I got the jeepers. I got the jeebies. I don't know what to do anymore. This is just so weird. And there's so many people in this comment section saying, God, I love this. This is amazing. Why is there nobody saying that they're too old? Like, what are we talking about? Okay, we got one person going, no, stop. It's just so weird. So Finn Celine, definitely one of the weirder ones, but we got some weirder ones coming up, that's for sure. Pinecest. Pinecest, also known as Dipbell, is the twincest heterosexual pairing shipping of Dipper Pines and Mable Pines. While it never reached the widespread mainstream popularity of other ships in the Gravity Falls fandom like Wendip or Mabifica, Pinecest has maintained a dedicated following. Why? How dedicated? The twins share a close bond as both siblings and friends. In canon, they do not engage in romantic relationships, nor is there any notable subtext suggesting one. Really? I wonder why. Their appeal as a ship arises from their complementary personalities. They're siblings? They represent many classic opposite attract dynamics, with Mable being bubbly, artistic, and warm-hearted, while Dipper is serious, snarky, and anxious.
Oh boy, opposite people, they must be together. Nothing can stop the bond, even the barrier of being bonded by blood. They must get down and dirty.
What? One quote here states, I tell you, it's unnatural for siblings to get along as well as you do, coming from Grunkle Stan. I think this is when he is telling them about, his brother that he doesn't get along with, not saying in reference that they get along well as in they should be a couple, because they're brother and sister, but just because it's kind of odd that they have a positive brother and sister dynamic. Is this really the quote that we chose to state why people could potentially want them to get together for canon reasons? Really? I'm getting a little bit terrified. Appeal. When Gravity Falls first aired, the relationship between Dipper and Mable was portrayed as sibling-like, and there was no romantic subtext between them in the canon. As a result, the concept of Pinecest was largely confined to niche corners of the fandom, but thanks to fan artists, fanfics writers, and popular content creators like Mike and Elle, you know who caused this. Mike. Oh, Mike, why do you want this? Known for his fan animations and Double Pine's big-name fan artist, the ship gradually gained visibility. Their contributions brought widespread attention and artistic depth to the pairing, helping its popularity to rapidly increase within the fandom. Woo-wee! While it never reached the widespread mainstream popularity of other ships, Pinecest has maintained a dedicated following who keep the ship alive through fan fiction, art, and discussion. The ship's portrayal in fan works ranges from purely romantic to explorations of the taboo or dyad love, often focusing on artistic interpretations of the character dynamics in an aged-up context. It's fucked when every single time they have to say in an aged-up context. You just know that it's wrong when they have to do something like that. Controversy! Despite its rise in popularity, Pinecest has always been a controversial ship. Really? No! I never would have guessed. Many fans view it as problematic because it centers on incestuous themes. Is that the only reason? That the only reason? Oh, pshaw, incest, pshaw. And why would that be a problem? Gee whiz. Given that Dipper and Mable are siblings. Adding to the discomfort is the fact that Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls, has mentioned that the characters are inspired by his own relationship with his sister. Then we have a couple of images down here. Is that them kissing? Oh god. See, like why? Why are we doing this? And then they list all the fan artists who are loud and proud. Main contained, not safe for work. What are we talking about? If you want to find them, they're right here. Guys, whoa. And then just to like add on to this whole Alex Hirsch thing, not liking it, I would just like to mention that I found this image just scouring, just searching Dipper and Mabel ship, and the person who typed this on X was all like, I wonder if at Alex Hirsch or his sister ever search up a Rule 34 of hashtag Dipper and hashtag Mabel shipping. I wonder if him and his sister look it up. What? What kind of things do you think about at night? What helps you go to bed? Like genuinely, do you type that and then read it and be like, good to go? The people on the internet are gonna love this one. Because what are we doing? You think he walks up to his sister like, hey, so, I made Dipper and Mabel to kind of like be like us, you know? Because like, you're my sister, but like, have you been looking up the Rule 34 of us? Because we're just like Dipper and Mabel. Have you heard of, Pinecest? What about, what if we try Hirsch-cest, princess? Mrs. Hirsch? Like, what? What do you go on with your life about? What are you doing here? This is so weird, and there's so many more images just like this that highlight this grotesque part of the internet. I just can't believe that there's a big enough fandom for this to even exist, and for people to be loud and proud about it. Oh man, that is just sad. What I'm about to show you is one of the most disturbing ones yet, and I feel like there's genuinely people out there who are going to even comment on this video and say,
but they're fictional characters. It's not hurting anybody.
So you decided to make this.
I want you to take a good, long look at it. Hyper-realistic Rick, hyper-realistic Morty, and Rick taking a big old huff and puff, a big old sniff of his grandson's neck. Why? I could not tell you. Who decided to make this happen? Who watched Rick and Morty and was like, yes, I must draw Rick and Morty on their wedding day. Oh, yes, the most beautiful kind of days where a couple truly comes together and says everything. Oh, everything to make sure that they will last forever. And you know who embodies that? Rick and Morty. Woo! Yeah! Gee whiz, everybody. I love to see that brainiac get down and dirty with his grandson. Wouldn't that be so great? Like, look at this beautiful picture of Rick sharing a passionate smooch with a youngin'. God, this reminds me of what it was like back in my hometown. There was only 6 of us, and we all came from the same mom, but boy, did we love each other. Ooh-wee. Like, what are we doing here, man? Like, what is this?
There's so many things wrong with this image. Everything about it is what I hate about society, what I hate about the way that the internet has devolved. It was supposed to be something to help us all talk to each other about our favorite things. And somehow it devolved into this madness, this deceit, this facade of a good world is immediately blackened and darkened. The sun will never return because people decide to make Rickordy fanfics and Rickordy designs, and I absolutely despise every single aspect of it. I don't even know what else to say at this point. I didn't think when I was making this video that I would have to cover things like this, but people just kept suggesting worse and worse and worse stuff. I thought I was gonna crack a couple of jokes. Haha! Spongebob and Squidward getting down and dirty. Kind of weird, but it's a little bit funny to talk about. This isn't funny to talk about. This is disturbing. This is freakish. And if I could find whoever decided to make this, I would probably curb stomp their head into the sidewalk because gee whiz, this is not okay in any conceivable way. That's going to do it for this video. I was initially going to talk about the Loud House, Steven Universe ones with like Steven and his father, but I was getting sick reading any of the fan fictions and seeing the images. I just didn't want to do it anymore, so I'm going to cut this video a little bit early. I hope it was somewhat entertaining. I thought this would be more of a funny one, but it got so serious so fast. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.